dreamy part of the canal here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's right, beautiful. Just
Absolutely stunning. I got a song
Oh, another song, wonderful.
oh, yes.
about dreaming. It goes like this. I'm dreaming of you. Hope you're dreaming of me too. On the journey you take, sprinkle stardust in your wake. So when I journey too, I can follow back to you, to the place where we can live our love again.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Diane Van Slyke. I'm with the Chenango Canal Association up in Belleville, New York, and our association takes care of 5 miles of the towpath trail. And we've done some research on the boats and the trail itself and the canal. And this is a packet boat. This is called the Lily, and it was actually belonged to the Stever family. They also had the boat called the Norwich, and it plied the waters between Norwich going up the Hamilton and Norwich going south. They would have a team of 3 horses that were hitched up, and they had a hoggy, a young boy that would drive the horses on the towpath. The line that went to the boat was a rope of some 300 yards long. It was extremely. Sometimes you couldn't even see the boat; they were so far ahead.
Hello.
We're doing another show, huh?
Yes,
Can you tell me about the show?
Sure. The show it's got a long title, and it is about the Chenango Canal. It's called The Minstrels, Trappers, Peddlers, and Pirates along the Chenango Canal in the 1870s. And we play different characters that come on the boat, come on the Lily, and travel along the Chenango Canal. And what was really interesting about doing this show is all the actors had to create and research their own characters that were going to be on the boat. So that's basically how we wrote the piece as well. So it's like a one-act play that has different characters coming onto the Lily, onto the boat, and then all kinds of things happen amongst the characters. And, it's very funny and lots of cartoon moments, as well as some beautiful music played by Eric Porter, and also some great lyrics written by Ben McGill, one of the 2 also acting in the show. So, and I, this time, have to play 2 characters as well. I'm Ethel Stevers, the mother of the captain, Newell Stevers, and the grandmother of Isaac, the little boy, he's 4 years old, who pulls the mules along the towpath of the Chenango Canal. Then I get off the boat in Green, and I change into playing Dr. Mary Walker, who was a suffragette, very famous, incredible doctor in the 1870s that was from New York. And she gets on the boat, and she's on her way to make a speech at a suffragette convention in Utica. So it's been a really interesting experience to do the research, the history, and find out all about these interesting characters and what they did in their lives. And then we put them on the Chenango Canal, put them on the boat. And that's it.
All right, great.
Just give me a second here. I'm getting there.
All right.
Oh, boy. Oh, geez.
All right, just sit.
Oh, God.
Oh, leave the part
Wow.
So, where have you been, and what's your name, and where are you going?
Well, let me tell you, I've been up and down the east
eastern seaboard for the most part. My name's Jesse Murphy.
Jesse Murphy. Do we know the Murphys?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them around, but I'm from the Galena Station Murphys.
Well, what are you doing coming up back home?
Well, I got a letter from the family. Those pesky skunks, the Loomis gang.
Loomis. Well, is there trouble? I'll tell you what.
Well, they came through and burned the damn barn. Stole 2 of my best horses. You left us destitute. I don't know how you run a farm without a barn.
I know either. And they still haven't caught them either. I know they're on the run. Didn't they just rob the racetrack?
I'm playing Jesse Murphy, and that's actually my grandmother's name. And but being that there's a large Irish contingent, and primarily the builders of the canal were Irish, I thought that might be an appropriate name. And she was also from upstate New York, out down the Erie Canal, western New York.
So, now what were you doing in the war?
Oh, well, I left Norwich in '62 with 1,000 other boys.
Yes, we remember that so well. We waved to everyone that were out there going along in the barges. We were there in the parade.
Oh, it was a thing to see.
Well, it was all fun and games. Wasn't after that. We headed down to 114th Pennsylvania Infantry. Then from there, we headed down south. We lined up with the other troops there in Louisiana, fought in the swamps, and, well, I took a musket ball to the knee and a couple to my shoulder, got a couple bayonet wounds, spent a lot of time in the medical tent.
Well, by any chance, and I don't mean to pry or anything, but did you ever see a boy named Tommy?
Oh, I saw lots of boys named
And
Tommy.
he was tall, and he had red curly hair,
Red curly hair.
and he had a walleye. And he was only 16, and he hasn't come back.
Oh, yeah, the one eye that looked up to the North Star.
That's your brother Tommy, yeah.
I remember Tommy. He was a good-looking boy.
Yeah. And what happened?
Well, last time I saw him, we were rushing into a swamp in Louisiana, and I didn't see him after because I was in the medical tent. That's
All right, well, he hasn't come back.
Don't think about that. And I play Captain Newell Stevers. I play the captain of the Lily for this kind of street theater-ish kind of production. He ran the canal. He ran passengers on the canal in one direction for a very long time. He would have family members that would basically take care of the mules that drag the canal boats up and down the canal, and just it's what you think it is. And so yeah, I play the captain.
Well, I'd like to say there's 3 rules on the boat. You see, the first rule is no spitting. I know it's a bit strange. I know you all have your chewable tobacco these days. You can smoke if you like, but none of that chewing. It's just downright disgusting.
Yes, it is.
And our second rule is no gambling. It's the worst of the sins. It's why Chicago burned down. No gambling on the boat, no spitting, and no fighting.
What do you mean no fighting? I'll wrestle anybody anywhere.
Well, no scrapping on this boat unless you're English or Italian. That's just a little bit.
My character is John Grizzly Adams, the famous John Grizzly Adams, who traveled all over the country. He was in California. He had a pet bear, Ben, who was his sidekick, who he saved as a cub. And he's a famous peddler. He basically has pelts that he used to trap. He was a bear trapper. He was a trapper. And he was a famous person. Everybody knew him back in the 1870s. He went to travel with P.T. Barnum, the famous P.T. Barnum. And he was going to the Chenango County Fair to perform with his pet bear.
those little bags of mystery.
Yes.
Hello there.
This is the lady. I know this is her.
It's the boat going to Norwich.
It is indeed.
Yes, I'm the famous John Bisley Adams, bear trapper and fur peddler. I'm traveling with T.T. Barnum to go to the Chenango County Fair. I'm going to be wrestling my pet there.
We've heard of you in the penny books.
Yes, I'm famous.
Let me help you with your luggage.
You got it.
Oh, you're a big Canuck, aren't you?
I'm from upstate New York. I'm not Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Here's my ticket.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, I have to say it's an honor to have you on the Lily.
Where's my set?
Make yourself comfortable. Oh, you're a mountain of a man, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a mountain man. I've traveled all over the country, California.
Oh, and why are you coming here?
I'm going to the Chenango County Fair.
Hey, that's quite an enterprise.
So my name is Brian Kamsoak, and I'm a writer, editor, and educator, and I'm taking part in this play for the collaborative experience of artists working together. So I was asked to play a detective, and we had to research our characters. So I knew about the Pinkerton Detective Agency, which was a real agency back in the mid-19th centuries. And Alan Pinkerton was the founder of that. He came from Europe, settled here in the States, and kind of worked his way into law enforcement, and actually worked his way up into the intelligence, Army intelligence, during the Civil War for the Union, working for the Union. And during that time, he used a pseudonym when he was infiltrating the Confederacy, and that was E.J. Allen. So my character in this play is Alan Pinkerton undercover as E.J. Allen in pursuit of the Loomis gang. And it's been a lot of fun working with these other artists and actors, and it's been a good time, good experience.
Cool.
You know, I heard about this canal, it's all the rage even out west, it's a modern marvel of engineering, it's connecting these small communities, and that's what brought me here. Like, I'm seeing this mercantile building here coming in as we're floating in, and the eatery there, and the spirit houses, and these people walking about, and I'm thinking, there's just one thing these people need here. They need insurance. Insurance. Life insurance. What's more important than your life? You should know that. What's more important than your life? And like the home insurance and those farms, you got crop insurance and business insurance. In fact, I got this idea of selling health insurance. Yeah, it's going to be comprehensive and transparent, and everybody's going to be satisfied. Really?
I tell you, this is the only...
E.J. Allen Insurance, that's me. That's what brought me here.
This is the only insurance I need, is right here.
Well, not everybody can afford that kind of
My pet bear bed, you'll save my life too.
Yeah, that's my card. That's my card. Yeah, it's a post office box. That's the fastest way to reach me. That's Pony Express now.
So Eric, as you can tell here, is playing a Civil War veteran, and I was tasked with writing a song as if that was relevant to the Civil War, and I found out about one section of the war that was a bit less talked about usually, like if you're in school or if you're learning about it. There was a campaign in the war where a Union general basically had Robert E. Lee surrounded and all of his soldiers and all these other people were like sure the war was going to be over that day, but he hesitated and he stayed back all day, and it cost Robert E. Lee Stonewall Jackson, but then the war ended up going on another year and a half, 2 years, and so I wrote a song from a soldier's point of view about their frustration that their general wouldn't act when they all wanted to act that day, and then Eric here's put it to music. So.
Major General Hooker was a coward and a stall, and on the skirts of Chancellorsville he dragged us into fall. We did have Lee surrounded then and caused him stony wall.
ya? Well, I did some mule skinning in my early years. I could get that team moving. What's he gathering up that dung for?
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
He does.
He's a little lad.
All right. Well, hey, mules, let's go. Yeah! Oh, geez. Wow, they got some girth going there.
Oh, that's strong music.
You have anything you can play there for us?
Sure, well, I know a song about this boat.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do.
What's
It's,
the name of this boat?
The Lily.
Oh, that's right.
The Lily. I learned this from Peddlers.
Oh, yeah, okay. That would make sense then.
Lovely lily floating by. Won't you take me for a ride? Up to Sherburne, down to Green. All the places in between. Penny a mile an hour. There's Galena Station. Soon I'll drink champagne and beer. Stopped in Oxford for the day. Rockville whiskey, then some hay. Hey, there's Norwich up ahead. Eagle Hotel has my bed. Penny a mile an hour. There's Galena Station. Soon I'll drink champagne and beer. Barge of coal has blocked the way. Yes, I'm sitting here all day. Mules are resting, so shall I. Next stop home at rhubarb pie. Oh yeah. Penny a mile an hour. There's Galena Station. Soon I'll drink champagne and beer. Penny a mile an hour. There's Galena Station. No more days of waiting. Now Chenango's trading. Life is grand on the canal.